Okay, so today we're doing a deep dive into the story of Kay. We're really looking at his psychological journey. It starts with this really profound social isolation, moves pretty quickly into substance dependency, and then, well, the long road to recovery. And maybe self-forgiveness, too. I think
Hmm.
what's key here is that link between feeling unseen, and then seeking oblivion.
Absolutely. And what's really striking is how it all begins. Kay feeling like a ghost back in conservative Saudi Arabia. It wasn't like teenage rebellion for kicks. His first hashish use, introduced by this classmate Bubble, it sounds almost, I don't know, intellectual. A quiet way out. He called it a thrilling escape. Not from boredom, but from expectations, from that feeling of being totally isolated, just wanting to feel something.
Yeah, calculated escape almost. But then he moves to Cairo, supposedly for freedom, right? To
Yeah.
study engineering for his family. And boom, he lands an apartment literally next door to a known drug dealer. That seems counterintuitive if freedom is the goal, like immediate normalization.
Well, that's a really sharp point. Did he trade one cage for another? External control for maybe internal chaos. He's still trying to please the family with the engineering degree, and that pressure, I think that's what shifts things. November 2013, that's the pivot. He gets on to tramadol, these red pills students used, and the framing changes. It wasn't escape anymore. It was presented as a study aid, performance enhancement, focus, stay awake.
Ah, okay. So moving from hiding from life to trying to chemically power through it.
Exactly. And that powering through leads straight into the creative trap. He ditches engineering, follows his passion ghostwriting lyrics, big names, but the pressure. Intense late
Yeah.
nights, smoky studios. You can picture it. So cocaine comes in for that manic energy. But then the crash, the shame that needed something heavier, that's the slide into heroin for that warm, oblivious fog, just to numb everything.
And everything included massive guilt, didn't it? That detail about introducing his younger brother Sadiq to hashish back home,
Yeah,
knowing that kickstarted Sadiq's own spiral, that really reframes Kay's own use. It becomes almost self-punishment.
it really does. It makes the professional rock bottom even more devastating. He pours everything into this masterpiece song for a star. But then, a multi-day heroin binge, probably fueled by that same guilt and doubt, he misses a recording session.
Yeah.
And just like that, his work, erased, replaced. The one thing he truly valued, destroyed by his own hand.
Wow. And that destruction bleeds into his personal life too. The relationship with Elle, his girlfriend, she actually saw him, believed in him. But it wasn't just the drugs, was it? It sounds like the shame made him push her away. Like he had to discard her before she discarded him.
Yeah, preemptive self-destruction. He finally sees his reflection, emaciated, close to death, and makes the choice. Checks into rehab, far from Cairo's triggers. And that detox phase, it sounds horrific.
Yeah.
Pure willpower. Clinging to that idea. Just make it through the next 5 minutes, minute by minute, until the worst passed.
The physical part's one thing, but then the real work starts, right? The psychological stuff. In group therapy, writing those amends letters, not necessarily sending them to Elle or Sadiq, but the act of writing them, acknowledging the harm, that sounds crucial for self-forgiveness.
Absolutely crucial. Which sets up that really powerful moment later on. Months into recovery, seaside town, just walking home. And this intense, out of nowhere craving for heroin hits him hard. Instead of relapsing, he somehow finds the strength, walks to his mentor, Mo's coffee shop, even though it's closed, knocks on the door, and Mo just says, "You came here instead." Simple words, but validating everything. Seeking help was the strength.
That's a turning point. And now, he's sober, working, involved in AA, still connected to Mo's coffee shop community. He's even mentoring local kids, teaching songwriting, passing on those hard-won lessons, the sunrise tattoo over waves, a daily reminder.
Yeah, it shows recovery isn't, a neat ending. It's about living with the past, honestly,
Yeah.
accepting the messy parts, and realizing that even an unfinished story, if lived truthfully, can actually offer hope to others.
So here's something for you to think about. Kay initially turned to substances, believing they gave him strength to perform, to cope, to overcome weakness. But his actual survival, that moment at Mo's door, hinged on a totally different kind of strength. The courage to be vulnerable, to ask for help. It makes you ask yourself, doesn't it? Which kind of strength do you lean on when things get tough? Something to consider.